What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel World Soccer Plays. Guys, if you are not in our Telegram group and if you are not subscribed to the channel, you are doing yourself a big disservice. As you can see, predictions for yesterday actually came true, right? So you can take a look at that. Also, if you have been watching the earlier game, which is the Hungary versus Switzerland game, you can see that our predictions for that match came true as well. You know, it was actually very tricky. I wanted to play it safe with the Hungary Switzerland game because I looked at it and I said, you know what, this could go either way. Although I kind of, to be honest, I was like, I want to see what Hungary can do, and because everybody was saying they're the dark horses and everything like that, but I realized that in these tournaments experience plays a big role, and I thought about it, and actually I stayed away from it. That's why I stayed away from it. But I looked at it and said, you know what, a team with Granit Xhaka in there as a leader, and these guys, they're not gonna slip up. You know what I mean? They probably, at most, it's probably going to be a draw, right? However, the next game that's going on, I know we're here for the Italy and Al versus Albania predictions, but guess what? Depending on how soon that you see this video, it's about to be Spain versus Croatia. A very interesting thing, guys. It's so funny when you're looking at these predictions, and especially on these betting sites, you can tell a lot of these people who are drawing these lines, they know absolutely nothing about football, right? Croatia is vastly made as the underdogs. I mean, like the other night when was it last night when I checked checked the lines and everything, it was literally like plus 300 something for Croatia. And I was like, what? Like, people don't realize, like, Croatia is like a huge team. Like, you know what I mean? They're when it comes to these tournaments, they are really deep. They're not like a side that you can just like run through, right? And I honestly think, to be honest, I think that Spain is gonna get found out. I think that, this is just me, but I do believe that people are looking at Spain and they think, oh, this is a team that's flying high and everything like that. But it's like who have they really played even in their warm-ups? I mean, they played against what, like, and Andorra, like who, like where's that, and Andorra, Northern Ireland. All right, you can put 5 versus Andorra, you can put 5 versus Northern Ireland. When they played Brazil, it was 3-3 back in March, and then when they played Colombia a couple days before, Colombia beat them 1-0. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like when they're up against like some real opposition, it's interesting. What we know about the Spain team, Spain is a very young team, very young team. It's like, you got Lamine Yamal, is a 16-year-old, very good guy, but Nico Williams, is that his name? Yeah, these guys, they're young, they're very talented, very great, but I mean, I really feel like the experience of Croatia is going to be shown today, right? And for that game, I predicted over 2.5 goals. Guys, you got to get in the Telegram group. You got to get in the group. I'm telling you, if you're not in the group, you're doing yourself a disservice. You are like leaving like bags of money on the table, because there is a play somewhere. I'm not saying that I am never I'm not saying that I'm always right, but I'm very rarely wrong, right? So anyway, I really believe that it's going to be a win or a draw for Croatia. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Win or draw, I think, Croatia is going to show what they're about. A lot of people don't think that they can do it. I don't understand why. I don't understand why people think. I don't see why Spain are the heavy favorites. But anyway, into the match at hand, right? Italy versus Albania. Guys, this is going to be a there's no like easy matchups and everything, but I really feel like, Italy's going to do what Italy does. I think it's so funny that people don't remember that Italy are actually the reigning champions of the Euros. It's like I totally forgot about that. Like, I realized, I was like, oh yeah, didn't Italy? Because I was thinking the other day, I was like, who is the champion? Who's the reigning champion of the Euros? I remember 2016, it was Portugal, and 2020, I was like, who was the that's my little baby in the background making noise and laughing, He loves football just as much as I do and you do, right? So anyway, excuse and pardon that, but anyhow, Italy is Italy are the reigning champions, and they're kicking off the tournament playing Albania. Now Albania, there's not too much that we know about this side too much. I mean, like they have an ex-Arsenal. Their coach is an ex-Arsenal player. His name is Slovenia. I think he used to play for Barcelona as well. And Pablo Zabaleta, who's from Manchester City, he was a defender a couple years ago. He is actually on the he's one of the assistants. He's like the one of the other coaches on the team, right? So they're going to be trying to play, these guys, they come from teams and experiences where it's like, dynamic football, attacking, going forward. But I do believe that, Italy, I mean, Italy, I mean, while they're not the same team as before, they're not like, Chiellini and those big guys, they're still pretty tough. You know what I mean? Italy. Most of the players who are playing on this team, they're all players who play in Serie A. You know what I mean? There's nobody really that you see on that team that's like stands out to you, like, oh my goodness, like these guys, this is like, but Italy usually do what they do. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be a very, very low scoring game. Honestly, I'd be very surprised if it's like 2-1 or whatever. It's like, I'd be very surprised. I think this is probably going to be a 1-0, maybe 2-0 game. Italy, how they play, like, and Italian teams, they usually get that one goal and sometimes like shut it down for the rest of the game. But I don't know. I do not know if it's too risky for me to, like, I'm really trying to play it safe, but I do think that Albania is capable of getting a goal by the way they play, because like this isn't like the Italian defense that's like, you look at it and it's like, all right, they're gonna like lock up shop or whatever, but Italy's gonna usually do what they do. I think that they're gonna get those 3 points. And I also think, if we want to be a little bit adventurous, who's going to score? What's his name? The guy from Atalanta, Scamacca. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Scamacca is playing up front. I think they'll be able to get that ball to him. He's on form. This guy just won the, he won the, what is this? What was that called? He just won the Euro. What is it? Guys, my mind is blanking. It's not the Champions League, but the second tier down. I don't know what to call it. You guys know what it is. You guys know what I mean. Anyway, with his team Atalanta, they just won. So he's on form. He's flying high. Had a great season. Europa League, that's what it is, guys. I'm like blanking out, right? So he just won the Europa League. My little baby is very excited for the Euros, right? He just won the Europa League, and what's gonna happen is, I think that who is pipped to score? I think either him or Chiesa. I think that Chiesa is going to get a shot on target. So I think if you want to put it in a little parlay, remember parlays are super risky. It's for the daring and adventurous. It's super, super risky, but I think that's something that you might want to do. Chiesa to take a shot on target. Definitely Italy to score. I mean, not to score, Italy to win the game. And I think it's going to be under 3.5 goals. So that is the official prediction of World Soccer Plays, guys. Italy, money line, under 3.5 goals, and Chiesa to score. Guys, let me know what you think. If you looked at any of my predictions from before, from the Germany game, guys, you see what I'm saying? I'm showing you proof of why you need to get in the group, why you need to subscribe to the channel. Guys, I'm telling you, you are leaving bags of money on the table if you are not subscribed to the channel, right? So let me know what you think. If you're going to use these plays, if you've used any of these and you've gotten any success, guys, remember to hit me up in the comment section and say, hey, World Soccer Plays, thank you so much. World Soccer Plays, it worked. That's all I want to hear. That makes me feel great, right? Because guess what? You know, not only this is just kicking off. This is the Euros is just kicking off, and guess what? Starting next week, we have Copa America, guys. We're gonna have bangers, games after games after games after games after games, all summer long. This is a money making summer, guys. Guys, you can literally take one or two of these plays, throw something on it, and stack it up. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have the opportunity to do that because guess what? You got you know, I'm not going to steer you wrong. So anyway, guys, those are the official predictions. Italy money line under 3.5 and Chiesa to take a shot on target. Guys, I'll see you in the next video coming up. There's a bunch of games coming up tomorrow, so I'll see you in the next video. Guys, happy hunting. Peace.